Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard. Once you have located your seat, we ask that you please step out of the aisle.
Hi there! Welcome to the new adventure on the island of Madeira, a small paradise where wild camping is allowed, well, with exceptions. I decided to escape continental Portugal and embark on a journey that is all about expanding my comfort zone and bringing back gratitude in life. 1 week of wild camping. Are you ready? Good morning! I had a terrible night, actually the second terrible night in a row. Like during the day the temperature is very pleasant, but when it comes to night, sleeping back for 10 degrees is not enough. I think the temperature fell below 5, 3, something like that. Okay, now I need to pick my stuff, my trash. Mostly wet wipes from the morning shower. And now I'm heading for a toast. I don't know why, but I fancy toast today. Damn, I really wanted to fly the drone. There are people sticking their hands with seeds for birds. And I thought that it would be rude to make noise and scare the birds. So the best thing about this trip is that I don't have any particular plan. But on the other hand, that might be stressful sometimes when I don't have any campsite near to pitch the tent. And now I don't know what to do with myself because it's kind of far away from the place where I'm supposed to be camping tonight. I think idea of setting up the camp on the coast is very tempting right now after 2 sleepless nights. Rather than camping at 1,000 meters above sea level like so far. It seems like the road will be a little bit uphill, so I stopped to have some water. I picked it from the restaurant, from the bathroom. It's tastier than in Lisbon. And I think I will also have one energy gel. I have still 3 of them, and I think today I feel pretty much sleep deprived. I've been using these energy gels from Decathlon. Well, the taste of cola is kind of meh. I think there's a freedom in this kind of living where you just have all you need on your back, in your backpack. And I think that I would give a lot for a normal shower, hot shower right now. But sometimes we need to focus on the most simple things in our lives to appreciate again what we have. Okay, this view, so beautiful. I just took a shortcut and it's leading through some kind of forest. I still have 5.5 hours to get to my camping spot, so I'm doing everything. Some of these peaks is the peak I'm going to climb tomorrow or the day after. I need to be very careful on these paths because there's a lot of loose ground here. And sometimes loose ground turns into mud. I don't know what's worse. I think loose ground is much worse. Mud kind of keeps you in. So, you're probably wondering what am I doing at the bus stop. I'm not gonna take the bus. I'm gonna boil water that I took from the tap in the street. I don't think that it's safe to drink, just in case I'm gonna boil it. These Asian people really knew what to do. I mean, these small steps are really, really comfortable. I think I'm even too tired to fly the drone. Now better. This is probably the hardest thing that I've done in my life. Oh, I'm gonna come back home with such a relief. Is it normal that this water after boiling smells and tastes like chlorine? Before it didn't, maybe because it's warm. Screw it. Ow. And now a little bit uphill, but pleasant uphill. This is the last part, but I think the scariest. 800 meters like this, and I'm at the campsite. I'm barely walking. Woohoo! I'm gonna make myself such a feast. I've been waiting for it for all 2 days. This is probably the most luxurious dish that you can make yourself at the camping, right? So now this, adding here. I'm gonna make breakfast. Oatmeal have prepared in Lisbon. It's going to be pretty big because I'm super hungry after yesterday's hike. And then I'll see, because I need to do the laundry, I need to rest a little bit. I'm gonna have a proper shower, maybe I'll even wash my hair. That would be a dream.
Train ride just to see you, ride for hours just to please you. You don't know how much I need you, 'cause you're my home away from home, away from home, away from
I wanted to show you absolutely my favorite tea lately. One tea store reached out to me. They're called Botica Portuguesa. They asked me whether I prefer green tea or black, and I said green. Usually I prefer to drink green tea. They sent me 3 selections of green tea and 1 chai latte. And I'm crazy about chai latte. It's so good. I've tried many times to create my own selection of chai latte. It's not that easy because you need a special amount of different spices combined together, and this one is just almond milk. And I'm warming up the milk until it's kind of boiling, and then I'm just gonna add tea, and I'll continue boiling for like 2 minutes, and then I'll turn it off and I'll let it steep for like 6. Now, let's move to eat first of all, but eventually to Pico Ruivo. Trail starts here. I'm well fed, the batteries are charged.
you wear me down. My actions will be forgiven. When we first met,
seriously gone off-road. Not again. Why do I always do this to myself? I always see marked path and unmarked path, and I always choose the second one. If at the end of this path is a cliff, I'm gonna cry because then I have to go back all the way to the beginning. Okay, I had a bad feeling and I was right. There are literally chains in there. Fuck. This is fucking extreme. I literally am nervous to be doing this. I gave up on that rock and I returned to the same point. I think I like living too much. That would be just a suicide. Given the fact that I'm not experienced at all in walking with a backpack, I don't have a proper balance, and probably I would fall easily. Morning. I had a terrible cold night till 1 a.m. There was like only wind, temperature was okay, and then the temperature dropped a lot, below 5 for sure. But I'm alive, I have energy, life is good if you wake up in a place like this, right? I'm going to go through the tunnel. It was first very downhill, then uphill, and now a few tunnels. Kinda scary, but there is a light at the end. I felt a little bit claustrophobic in there. And I think there will be more tunnels. When finishing this trudging trail, I felt something shifting in my head. It felt like I didn't want to share it with anybody, I wanted to go it through myself. After the intense 5 days, I felt like keeping the balance was more than necessary. So I moved to a slightly different scenery than so far. The place where at last I had some time for myself. And that's where I spent the last 2 days.
An ocean, a cave, a dream that no one could save, a shelter, a whole act, a light that died with the night. You and I, we got our differences, yet I thought we were more alike than unlike. Months of rain and chest pain,